Welcome to Makins. We're here on a cold November day. It's wet and windy, but rather than the usual thing where we come to Makins to catch plenty of carp, we've come today to catch some silverfish. Rather than fishing meat and pellets and usual stuff, we've gone back to basics. Going to fish casters and worms and a bit of ground bait, and hopefully catch a few more of these nice roach and maybe a few of the bonus perch and other bigger species that live in here. I've chosen to fish 6 metres today because it's just at the bottom of the shelf where I expect the fish to be in this colder weather. I started the swim off with a small ball of chopped worm and castor. I've left the mud in the worms as well, so I've chopped through the mud as well. Gives a little bit of cloud and a little bit of colour without putting ground bait in your swim. And to start with, I loose fed casters over the top to catch what I could basically. So I fished a light rig with strung out bulk and just dropped through the water and picked up roach. The idea being, a bit later on, once there's a bit of bait on the bottom and settled, I'll hopefully go for a few of the bigger fish, like the bigger perch and the better stamp roach and skimmers. So what I've done there is I've got a very similar rig, same breaking strain of line and everything, just a bulk really close to the hook with 2 small droppers, so it's a lot more positive. And I'll fish baits like double caster, single caster and a piece of worm on that. So I'm going to go back on it now. I'm going to go straight on the positive rig because we've been feeding it for a while now, and fish double caster and see if I can catch one of the bonus fish. There you go, changed over to the positive rig, put 2 casters on, and rather than loose feeding casters, I just put a small pot on the pole and put 10 casters in, waited a little while, and there you go, there's the result. A nice £2+ perch there, give a good scrap. Let's get him in the net and hopefully his bigger brothers and sisters are there. Well, despite the conditions, fishing's been really good. We've had a roach pretty much every put in on the 6 metre line, and we've had a bonus perch as well, which has been good. I've fed chopped worm and casters down in the margins. I went and had a quick look, fished a single caster to start with and caught some nice roach, sort of about 10 ounces. Put double caster on and a piece of worm to try for the bigger perch, but no signs as yet. So I'm going to go back on the 6 metre line, catch a few more fish. I'm going to fish the positive rig, hopefully get a few more bonus perch, and go from there sort of thing. Just been down the edge with double caster on the hook, went in, probably in for about a minute, float's buried, hooked into a decent fish and it's come off unfortunately. I think it was a decent perch, so what I've done is I've just put a small nugget of chopped worm back in again with a few free casters, and while we're waiting for that to settle and hopefully the big boys come back in, I'll show you through my rig. Right, the rig couldn't be simpler. I'm fishing a white hydro elastic. Probably could get away with a lighter elastic than that, to be honest, but with the perch and their bony mouths I like to set the hook, so I have to give it a good strike, so I want something that's going to be nice and resistant to start with. So that's the choice of elastic. My main line's 013 N gauge and that goes down to an 011 hook length. The float itself is a Garbolino DC6 with a wire stem in 0.2, and then down about 10 inches from the hook I've got a small bulk of number 11 shot and then 1 shot on the hook length just as a dropper, and that's just to show me that the rig's set properly. Down to the hook itself I've got a size 16 LWG spade end. The reason for this is fishing baits like double caster, worm head or single caster, and that will sit quite nicely on it, and plus it's a nice strong hook. Right, that's basically it. I'm going to put a bait on and go out there and hopefully get this one in the net. Well, there you go, another big perch from down the margins, probably about £1.5 this one. Come to double caster again, seems to be the bait today. We've had some cracking roach at 6 metres and down in the margins. I'm going to get this one back, we're going to have one last bite and we'll call it a day.